Good morning, dear children. Today we are going to study the poem A Heritage of Trees. A Heritage of Trees. This poem is written by David Horsburgh. Clear? And this is very interesting poem, and it gives us a very important, a very deep message. Clear? Let's see what is the meaning of heritage first of all. Heritage. Heritage means the traditions, cultures, qualities of a country that have existed for a long time and that have great importance for the country. The traditions, cultures, qualities of any country which have the great importance for the country. In Hindi we can say Sanskriti or Dharohar. Clear? And heritage of trees. Trees are heritage of trees. Trees are very important to us, isn't it? We know without trees we cannot imagine the lives of human beings, isn't it? We need oxygen to live, and that we get from the trees. But nowadays we can see many people are misusing trees. They cut the trees for their purposes, and instead that they are not planting more and more trees. It is everybody knows that we need trees in different forms, isn't it? We need wood also to make fire or to make furnitures, to fulfill our basic needs. But just cutting the trees is a justification? No. We human beings will affect by it. So here in this poem also, which is written by David Horsburgh, about the rude relationship between the trees and the humans. How human beings are misusing the trees. During his voyage, he saw these actions which enforced him to think deeply. When he was traveling from one place to another, he saw very tragic sight. And he describes the wound on the trees. He describes the scene as tragic sight in this poem. And according to the poet, the trees are noble trees because they do not harm anyone. They are never disturbing anyone. The poet says that these trees are planted by noble people, noble souls. If they will come and see now, they will be very much upset. They will be very sad. And let us continue the poem line by line. We will try to understand, and many new words we are going to learn through this poem. Dear children, word meanings, some meanings of some words are already given at the back of the poem on the next page, and at the same time meanings of some words I will dictate to you. You can write down, hold your pencils in your hand and write down those words. The poem goes like this. I saw a man attack a tree today, the road from Mysore to Ooty. About 20 miles along it, there you will see a tragic sight. When the poet is traveling from Mysore to Ooty, he saw a very tragic sight. It was about 20 miles. The way was about 20 miles, and the poet saw a very tragic sight, very sad scene he saw there. What was the scene? I saw a man attack a tree today. He saw a man who was cutting the tree. A line of noble trees, mutilated, branches ripped untimely from their trunks. We can see here the poet says a line of noble trees. Noble trees means very exalted, very strong trees. Trees. Why he said noble trees? Because trees are always giving benefits to others and they never disturb anyone. Clear? The line of noble trees mutilated. Mutilated means cut off. They were being cut. Branches ripped untimely from their trunks. Ripped means removed quickly. The branches were being removed from their trunks before the time. Clear? The trunks themselves wounded, lacerated, some live attenuated, cripples some. Then the poet says, the trunks themselves, the trunk of the tree is having different parts, isn't it? That stem part, it becomes trunk. Clear? The trunks themselves wounded. Wounded means injured. When we cut the branches from the trunk, we can see the round shape there, and the poet is calling it as a wound. The trunk themselves wounded. The trunks are injured. Lacerated. Lacerated means they are cut off in very roughly manner. Some live attenuated. Attenuated means they have become very weak. Attenuated means reduced in value or force also. Clear? Some live attenuated, which have become very weak now. Crippled some. Crippled some means some of the trunks have damaged. Clear? Have died. Their sides, browned by the sun, their scabs and scars. The poet says these branches, these trunks have died. We know when we cut the branches and all, we cut the tree, automatically it dies, it dried up. Okay. Their sides of the trunk from where the branches are cut. Their sides browned by the sun. Clear? When the branches are cut from the trunk, that portion is becoming brown by the sunlight. Their scabs and scars. Scabs means dry crust. You might have experienced if you get wounds somewhere on your body. When it dries up, we can see one brown layer over it. Isn't it? That dry crust is called scabs. And scars. Scars means marks of injury left over. Even when there is any wound on the body, when it dries up, we can see scars on it. Isn't it? Scabs on it, and after that it remains some mark. That is called scars. So, the poet says these trunks, when the branches are cut from the trunk got wounded. Clear? It got injury and it is getting dried up, and the scabs and scars are left on the trunk. Defy repair those noble trees planted long since by some sweet hands, some Ismail, Vishveshwarya or unknown. The poet says defy repair. Defy means refuse. These trunks refuse to repair again, refuse to grow again. Those noble trees planted long since, from long time before, these noble trees were planted by some sweet hands. some kind people have planted these trees. Some Ismail is son of Abraham. It is mentioned in Bible and Quran. Clear? Maybe these those noble trees were planted by Ismail or Vishveshwarya. Vishveshwarya was the one of Mysore. He was the engineer. Clear? Or any unknown person. Clear? Let them come from some more peaceful shade. More peaceful shade is said for heaven. Long time before, those who planted the trees, they are no more now. Clear? And it is our belief that after the death, people go to heaven. And the poet says, if these people will come from the heaven to look once more on their life's work, if they return on earth, if they come back from the heaven to earth to see their work, what they did when they were alive, they will be very sad and upset. Because the trees which were planted by them are cut now by human beings for their needs, for their greediness, we can say. Because if for need we are cutting the trees, it is our duty to plant new trees. To plant, we should plant more and more trees. That is our responsibility, but we human beings are not doing that. Okay. Then next is trees for the people, let all enjoy them. Hack them, cut them up so that the fires that cook the village food shall burn more hot. Trees are our heritage and ash so holy. Here in the last stanza, the poet gives us a great message. He asks a question. Trees are for the people. Trees are for the people. If trees are for the people, let them enjoy. People should enjoy them. Hack them, cut them up. People should cut them, these trees, for their needs, so that the fires that cook the village food. We know in village people make fire with wood and then they make their food. Here the poet wants to say, if we people are cutting trees for our needs, according to our need only we should cut. And then instead that we should plant more and more trees. It is our responsibility. Trees are our heritage. Trees are very important to us. Clear? They are our heritage and ash so holy. Dear children, here ash so holy. We have seen in India, we consider ash a holy thing. Some people put ash on their forehead, and even after the death, that ash we put in the holy rivers, isn't it? After the funeral and all, we put that ash in the holy rivers. Okay, why we do this? Because we consider ash very holy, isn't it? If ash is holy, then why don't we think that trees are also very important to us? We should, it is our duty to plant more and more trees. Okay, it is okay, we are for our need we cut the trees, but if we cut one tree, at least we should plant 10 more trees. Because the trees which were planted by our forefathers, we are getting the benefit of that. If we will plant the trees now, the coming generations will make use of that. Otherwise, if we will just keep on cutting the trees, the coming generation will not have any natural resources. If we'll use all the natural resources for our use, what about the coming generations? We should think about that also, and we should respect trees, and we should plant more and more trees. Thank you.